Hi guys, Mark's here, Everything Tenere, and welcome back to the channel and to this super exciting start of a new series of videos. So this will be number 1 in the new Rally Tower build series. So I'm super excited. I hope you are as well, and you're gonna join me in the full build of a real Rally Tower, and we're gonna check out the things that I had to purchase for this in today's episode, and we're also going to check on the bike out in the garage and the different ways that I could or we could build a Rally Tower, you know, using OEM parts and also skipping all the OEM parts as I will. But you guys will see, because at the end of this I might actually make a light version of a Rally Tower for all you guys out there that might want to put a road book or a carpeter or just your regular GPS on the bike, but want more real estate to really, you know, attach the things on the front there. So this is gonna be good. So let's check out what type of things I have purchased and what I will build this tower with. So now we have here on the table all the different things that I have purchased before. Not these or not that, but these things here. So the base of the tower itself going to be built out of PE300 plastic. This is pretty much the same as the plastic that is used in a AXP skid plate. So it's super durable, it will not crack, you can heat it up and bend it, and you know, it's just a very good material to play around with, and it's, you know, it's easier to work with than aluminium. I also have a round stock here of it, 20 millimeters. So the base material that the tower will be built with, as we have here, it's 10 millimeter thick. I also have some 5 millimeter thick ones for some other parts that I will make. We also have some little attachments here, and this will be used for, you know, some of the quick attachments where you put stuff, and these are actually like inserts. I don't know if you can see it, but you will drill a hole in one diameter and then you will screw this one in, and then you have, for example, this one is a M5 threaded insert. So that will be good for bolt-on parts on the tower. Put that aside. So we have some lights here. These are bought, these two are my new high beam lights. So they are 40 watt each, around 2800 lumens each. So I have a spot light and I have a floodlight. So these will be mounted on top of each other in the tower at the lower section of the tower. These I got from a Swedish web shop, valostore.se. You will have all the links down below in the description of the video. And you can get these for sure. There are a lot of different, like AliExpress, Chinese made ones. These are actually CE rated, so they are okay to have on a car or whatnot. And but they are super powerful, and you might have seen my little shorts video that I did testing these out together with these. So these will be my new low beam lights. These are cheap Chinese knockoffs, and every time you bolt a Rally Tower onto your bike, even if it's made by a vendor, right, it's not sure that this is certified and everything is hunky-dory when it comes to, you know, to the DMV, or when you go to check out your bike after a few years. They might fail the bike due to the lights, right? You need to have a good light throw, or a specific kind of throw, right? So being road legal, you know, maybe not, but we'll see. I have some other ideas as well, you know, buying a used headlight assembly, just removing the OEM light from that one, and putting those two lights that we have in the OEM one as the low beam. But I have these, and these are actually pretty powerful for being small. It's an aluminium housing here, and it actually has 3 cable attachments. So it has a flat throw of the light, and it has high and low beam, so I will just use one of them because it's they get pretty hot, or not pretty hot, it's okay, but I will just use the low beam setting, and it doesn't matter which cable you choose, it's just depending on the orientation which cable you choose, because if you have it this way and you select one cable, the throw will be one height, and if you would, you know, use the other cable, it might be higher or lower, so it all depends on. These comes in, you know, either yellow light and white light, so you have yellow and white, or just white, and these are just white light. So these I will attach, and I can adjust them to get a good sight or light throw from them. So that's pretty much the basics of the material that I will use. Putting or bolting the tower together, I will actually use regular like wood screws or plastic screws, and just pre-drill really thinly in the attachment point, and countersunk the holes as well. And so those inserts there, they will only be used for some attachment points, right, for attaching relays or chargers and whatnot. So this will be great, and we will go out to the garage and check the bike out and how we're supposed to build this, make a little draft of it. Now I'm lucky enough because a friend in the UK, or Thomas Suravsky, which you might already have seen on YouTube, built his own tower, and he have done 2 versions, and his version 1, he will actually ship that to me, so I have a good template. But anyways, we're gonna go through the whole process in making a template, and you know, bring up all the different pointers in the difficulties and also the options that we have when we build a rally tower. So we're in the garage, and you can see my pretty naked bike here. And now we're gonna just talk about, you know, the different ways of making a rally tower, and it's pretty simple, right? One way is to not do anything. You just bolt your carpet or whatever it is to the GPS mounting bar, maybe have some support brackets down here. There are solutions that you can buy. Or you build a arm like I did, which is just sandwiched onto the frame mount down here. You can also buy a tower from like Prototype Team, which the first version actually kept the side support plastic here that goes up. You only remove the bar here. There is a few negative things about that as well, because when you do not remove this, you're limited in the width up here. Of course, you remove the bar in between, but that means that you have to put everything on top or in front, a little bit, you know, on top. And then you get a really high tower, and you will have limited vision when you're sitting down riding. So the only negative part with my rally arm is that I'm stuck to this position. If I don't want to raise it up a bit higher and move it a bit forward, but I will hit my windshield. So I would need to modify the windshield, cut it down, or move it forward. So I'm gonna build a pure rally tower which does not have any of these side supports or OEM parts up here in the front. There is another way that I'm also thinking of maybe creating and making when I'm done with my tower, and that's like a little light tower arm, so to say, or light tower rally tower, and that would keep the OEM headlight, keep the side support plastics, but I will not have the holder for the OEM headlight assembly here, because it's limiting some of the, you know, the space here. But I will make a bracket out of P300 plastic that goes up like a tower here, and you will attach it as well with another bolt in here, but you will have more space to put a road book or a carburetor or any other GPS, and you can still have your speedo up here in the front. So that's one way of doing it that I might, you know, do a little exercise on later on. So let's just check out what we're gonna do here. So when we look at this from the side, you know, I've taken pictures of everything with the OEM parts installed, so I know the dimensions I have to play with. I don't want to bring the rally tower forward too much from where the OEM headlight ends here on the left. And the same goes with the height. I want it to be a bit higher up and a bit more forward, or the carburetor holder, so that will, you know, be the ruler of the dimensions that I have to play with. And for sure, my arm here, I will pull out the bolts. And you have more limiting factors as well that makes, you know, creates a little limit on where you can go with the tower itself, and how tight you can wrap it towards all the different parts. So this is how easy I remove my little arm together with the bracket that you have otherwise sitting in between the frame mount and the plastics here. So I will put this on the floor. So here you have the attachment point, right? And it's, I think it's 20 millimeter, the width of this bracket, and you know, I already explained or showed you guys, it's actually 22 millimeters. Thomas in the UK, he made his plastic one, and he actually shipping me his version 1 tower, so I actually have a little template. But as I said before, I will do this exercise as well. I will bring out some either stiffer cardboard or maybe masonite, I don't know what's called, thinner, like compressed wood, you know, thin one, so it's easy to saw. And then I will make a template or a bigger piece, and then from that I will draw out and create the complete tower, just one side of it, so I know that everything works. I can turn my handlebars, nothing is touching, you know, you need to stay clear of the ignition lock here. You have all the cables that will have to be rerouted a bit as well. We have a wider surface here. Now, you know, this one is 22 millimeter, and with the plastics on both sides, we will add 20 to that. So it will be 42 millimeters wide. But that's no problem. It clears the forks, everything, when you do a full lock turn. And yeah, it will most likely turn out great, hopefully. But then again, I also have Thomas version 1 tower to use as a template. And I want to record, you know, how much I need to use. So if you guys are going to order plastics, you don't have to order too much. And also not too little, of course. And so next step would be to, you know, get a template going. And it's not that hard, because with a template you can play around, and you don't need to be scared of, you know, wasting some good plastic material when building the tower. So make a template out of something that is easy to saw through with a seesaw, or a cardboard box, which is have a little bit harder, stiffer one, so it doesn't flop around. And from that, when you have the rough shape of it, you will you know, figure out the placements of the high beams down here, and also the low beams, and also the position up here where we should have the carburetor, and so on. So that's pretty much all for this planning video of the rally tower. Now you know how it's, you know, or what I'm thinking about, and how I'm going to proceed in making my rally tower. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned. There will be plenty more, I assure you. We will go through everything into small details, so you can follow this as a little guide when doing some prototype work, right? So stay safe, guys, take care, and don't do anything stupid. Cheerios, bye bye.